Hello and welcome to the Unicorn Theatre. My name is Crystal and today I'm going to be your guide. But before we get started, I'd like you to have a think about who makes theatre. Because yes, of course, there are brilliant actors on stage who tell the story and people who sell the tickets, but there is so much more that happens behind the scenes to bring the shows to life. And today, you're going to get a sneak peek backstage to meet some of those brilliant creatives who make our work. Let's head upstairs.
My name's Rachel and I'm the Artistic Director at the Unicorn. So the role of Artistic Director means that I oversee and look after all the shows and all the artistic work that's made in this building. The thing I love about directing is that I really believe theatre is the most excellent place that we can tell stories. And my job as director is to make that story happen. So from the script to the acting, working with the designers, the lighting, the set, the sound, pulling all of that together to make a show that tells the story to the audience. So I started directing really from when I was a child. So I would make my sister be in shows at home. And even from that point, it was something I was really interested in. And so that really fueled my love for making work for children and young people too. And then later on, I went to drama school where I studied directing and spent a year learning about the craft of how to make a show and all the different ways of putting that together. What I really loved at primary school was reading stories, and so I would get really immersed in the world of a book and imagine how that might come to life. And then in secondary school I studied drama, and that took me all the way through to college and university and then on to drama school. I've got the best job in the world here because here at the Unicorn I get to make shows for children and young people like you.
Hi, my name's Jean. I am a theatre designer but also an artistic associate here at the Unicorn. Essentially, a designer is somebody who creates a world and a vision for a stage show. We work closely with other creatives within our shows, and we have a director that I would normally work closely with, and I would read a script and I would then find different ideas from that to be able to then create a world in which actors can perform in. At the same time, whilst I was in school, I was doing a lot of drama, I was doing a lot of art and textiles, and those things were the things that I enjoyed the most. I wasn't very academic. I think I was more prone to sort of tactile things and making things with my hands. I guess what I really enjoy is creating something for an audience and for them to enjoy that and see that, and that's why I'm a theatre designer today.
Hiya, my name's Eamon Bendali and I'm an assistant stage manager. So an assistant stage manager looks after all the props in the show. So anything that the actors are interacting with, which is mainly like envelopes, bits of paper, gloves, sponges, buckets, whatever there is, the assistant stage managers work with the designer to source and make all the props for the show. So usually there are props tables backstage where we've taped them up and literally put every prop in their own little square so that they all have a place. And that means that the actors can grab it whenever they want and we know where everything is. So in high school, I started doing competitions with our school in Rock Challenge, which is where schools around the UK compete in a dance and drama competition that is like 8 minutes long. And so I started out performing for about 2 years, but then I went on to help with the costume, the set design, all of the backstage stuff, and realized I really liked it. And then my tutor told me it was a job, which I couldn't believe. So after A-levels, I decided to do that for uni and I got into LAMDA. And so I did the foundation diploma at LAMDA and I did the BA honours degree in company stage management at LAMDA.
Hi, my name's Audrey, I'm Deputy Production Manager at the Unicorn Theatre. So essentially, the idea of a production manager, we kind of take the designer's design and build it, so all of the physical elements. So Deputy Production Manager is just helping the production manager to source, cost, all of those things as well. So just realising a final design into reality. I was always interested in theatre, but I didn't want to act, but it was always the behind the scenes work, you know, figuring out how we're going to get this together, figuring out how we're going to get the different actors and lighting, all of these kind of aspects and elements. So I guess if you enjoy planning and just building things and working behind the scenes, then it's a perfect job.
Now, our last creative is working from home. but I'll let him explain why.
Hi, my name is Tayo Akinbode, and I am a composer, a music composer, and a sound designer. I write music and create sound effects and soundscapes for supporting scenes. If there's like a fight scene, I'll create some music that makes it more exciting, makes it more action-packed.
Onion, okra, sweet potato.
With beers that make us look handsome and horns that make us look tough, we are big little big baby with a big old scruff.
I work at home, working on the computer, recording it, and adding the sound effects and things. But I also work in the theatre, working with the actors and with the directors and with all the people who are making the show. Someone who I was in a band with, he started writing music for shows. And there was a show he couldn't do. So he said to me, look, Tayo, I've got this show, I can't do it. Do you want to write music for it? So I said, okay. And I did, and I loved it. And someone in that play went off and did another job, and they needed someone to write music for them. So I wrote the music for that, and then someone else asked me, and before I knew it, I was a music composer.
This was just a few of the jobs that it takes to make a production. Now, the people you met didn't work on the play that you're about to see, but whilst you're watching, have a think about how these roles may have contributed to the work. And enjoy the show.